After he had sealed the crest of dragons, Solomon bade another demon to present himself. And there came before him a spirit in woman's form, that had a head and half a body, but without any limbs, for they were invisible, and her hair was dishevelled. And Solomon said to her, "Who are you?" But she answered, "Nay, who are you? And why do you want to hear concerning me? But as I stand bound before your face, if you would learn, go then into your royal storehouse, and wash your hands. Then sit down afresh before your tribunal, and ask me questions, and you shall learn, O king, who I am." And Solomon did as she told him, so that he might hear of her deeds, the extent of her powers, so that he might reprimand them, and manifest them to men. He sat down, and said to the demon, "What are you?" And the demon said, "I am Obizuth, as men call me, and I do not sleep, nor tire. By night, I go round over the world, and visit pregnant women, who are due to give birth, divining the hour I take my stand. As the woman goes into labor, as she pushes forth the child, I go in for the child, and make sure it does not live, for I strangle it to death. But if I am not lucky, I retire to another place, and look for the next child, and the next. I do not retire unsuccessful, even for a single night, for I am a fierce spirit, known by many names, and able to take on many forms. Indeed, Obizuth is a fierce demon, a very terrible one. Known as Abizu in European myths, and as Hal, or Al, in Persian myths, she is said to cause miscarriages, and the death of newborns, motivated by envy, for what she could never have. She was once human, and could not beget a child, for she was infertile. Some say she is the same as the Greek Medusa, that she's Medusa's head turned into a demon. But this is likely not so, as they share no similarities, except that sometimes Obizuth appears with a head full of snakes, or other serpentine features, similar to a gorgon. But as she said, she is a spirit capable of many forms. And Solomon asked her, saying, "Where is your residence, Obizuth?" And she answered, "Here and there do I roam, and like the sun, from the east to the west do I go my rounds. But, as it is now, you have sealed me with the ring of God, yet you can do nothing. I stand bound before you, but you will not be able to command me, for I have no work, other than the destruction of children, the making their ears to be deaf, and the working of evil to their eyes, the binding of their mouths and tongues with a bond, so they shall not speak, the ruining of their minds, and the affliction of pain in their bodies. I can be of no other service." When Solomon heard this, he again slowly beheld this demon, and marveled at her appearance. Her lower body was nowhere to be seen, it was hidden by the darkness, or perhaps she had none. Her voice was clear, her eyes were bright and shiny, and her long but unkempt hair was tossed wildly, like that of a dragon. And he said to her, "Tell me by what angel you are frustrated, O evil spirit." And the demon answered, "By the angel of God, called Apharot, who is better known to men as Raphael. It is he who frustrates me, now and for all time. If his name be written on a woman in childbirth, then I shall not be able to enter her, and harm her child." Having heard this, Solomon sealed Obizuth, and ordered her hair to be bound, and that she be hung up in front of the temple of God, so that all the children of Israel may see her, as they passed, and glorify the Lord God of Israel, who had saved them from this evil, by the authority, wisdom and power he had given to Solomon their king.